When I was younger, I played a lot of different games, and one that I loved to death is a game called Roller Coaster. It's a late 2000s Adobe Flash game. All you really do in it is build 2D roller coasters and learn about physics, but I had a lot of fun with it. Recently, I felt like revisiting it to see if it's still as good as I remember, and it isn't. But that's okay. Even if its problems are more apparent now, I still like it. And that's not nostalgia speaking. Even if you've never played this game before, trust me, this game is better than you might think. But before I get into my thoughts, let me actually explain how this game works. Roller Coaster is divided into very short levels. To complete one, you just have to design a roller coaster that's both fun and safe. Every level begins with this starting track already in place. The only thing that changes in every level is how tall it is. All you have to do is 1. Build the rest of the ride with these 3 basic track pieces and any bonus tracks, and 2. End the ride with the end tunnel. The ride is complete when you connect all of the track pieces together, and you can edit the basic track pieces to change the curvature and steepness. But you can't edit the starting track and the bonus tracks. Once you build the coaster, you have to actually make sure it's fun and safe by hitting the Test It button. If it is, then you get the reward of watching an actual living being ride on it. And then you move on to the next level. If it's not, then you have to fix it, and the game will tell you how. More on that a bit later though. It's pretty easy to intuit what makes the track safe. Like, if the cart flies off the track or if it touches the ground, for example, it's unsafe. Crazy, I know. But fun is actually a lot harder than it sounds. You gotta convert a lot of the cart's potential energy into kinetic energy. Basically, make it go fast by having steep downwards curves. It can't be too slow or else it's boring, but it also can't be too fast or else... You get the idea. And that's kinda it. It's pretty simple, which makes sense for 2 reasons. Firstly, this game was made by PBS Kids Go, a television brand that focuses on creating educational content for kids. And secondly, like I said, this is an old Adobe Flash game. In my experience, the majority of those games, and there were a lot of them, tended to be easily accessible, infinitely replayable, and most important for this video, mechanically simple. But simple doesn't mean bad. Roller Coaster is a pretty straightforward balancing act where you have to think about how to carefully design a roller coaster, but it's one that I appreciate, maybe even more than when I was a kid. Building the roller coaster can be both challenging and fun. It doesn't feel patronizing to kids, which I've heard a lot of kids' media can suffer from. Also, this game is based on the show Fetch, and the main character of said show is Ruff Ruffman, the self-proclaimed, quote, humble media genius. So, whenever you test out the coaster, you get commentary from Ruff's stoic and ingenious perspective. He adds so much to this game, guys, I love him. And, even better, this game teaches scientific concepts in a way that doesn't induce nearly as much trauma. If your coaster fails, meaning it's unsafe or boring, the game will always offer an explanation and hints to help fix it. Ruff will also add commentary that is less than helpful.
That's about as wild as a rocking chair.
But appreciated. Sometimes, in these explanations, the game will introduce a scientific concept and explain it in a beginner-friendly manner. And it will use your coaster to help explain it. There's an example on screen right now. It's very approachable for anyone who wants to learn, and I think that's great. There's a lot of good this game has to offer. But there's a reason this game isn't as good as I once thought. You see, the only thing you ever unlock in Roller Coaster are bonus tracks, and like I said earlier, you can't edit them. They're purely cosmetic straight lines with the decoration in the middle. I love these silly pointless things, I really do, but they don't change the way you build the coaster. So because of this, after a while, you kinda just end up building the same coaster, over, and over, and over. Remember, every level starts out pretty much the same, and you always have the same 3 basic building tracks. The game never really gets more challenging, and there's only so many ways you can design the ride with these tools. So, when you factor in this problem, well, after a while, I got kind of bored with Roller Coaster. And I only beat 15 levels. I have no idea if this game actually ends. In fact, originally, this video was going to resemble a documentary where I commented on every level I played until I beat the game. But I realized with a game like this, a video like that would quickly collapse into existentially dreadful, mind-numbing clownery. I would get a headache, in other words, and I'm all out of Tylenol, so maybe not today. I'm no game developer, so I can't offer any educated guesses to fix this. All I can do is throw out some ideas that I think could help. The best idea I can think of is to just give the player more options. Something like a loop-de-loop or maybe even a boost pad that speeds up the cart when it touches it. Maybe the latter option would give the Safety Inspector a heart attack, but this provides more building options, and so I think it could provide more fun. Still, don't get me wrong. This game's not perfect, but I still like it. It is really simple, which both helps and harms it. But overall, Roller Coaster really can be fun and educational. Just maybe in smaller doses. Don't be like me and play through several levels in a row. You'll either get bored or go a little insane. Or both. If you want to play the game, you have two options. You can just play the game on the Internet Archive website itself, but that option doesn't give you any sound. Or, if you want the game with sound, download an emulator called Ruffle and then click on the designated link in the description. You'll be able to access the game on an old official PBS Kids Go website. It's actually really cool, you should check it out. I'll link everything in the description. Thanks for watching. As always, give me feedback. I'm still new to this whole video making thing, so I want to hear what you think about everything, both the game and this video. Until whatever comes next, take care.